Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another edition of Internet Wrestling, live from Detroit, Michigan. I'm your host, Prez Despacito, and tonight we're going to have an outstanding set of matches. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, matches. But to kick things off right now, we have one outstanding matchup, the debut of two of the Internet's greats, Meggy Spletzer and Frye Onaga. This is going to be their first time facing off in an internet wrestling ring, and it's going to be an amazing start for these two. Let's throw it back into the ring with Prez Despacito, tonight's ring announcer.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Spletzer,
As you've heard, ladies and gentlemen, Meggy is from Inkopolis, Incadia, foreign land here. She was originally the species of Inkling, but after certain events transpired, she now appears in her human form, as you see here. She's here for one thing, to prove herself, not only that she can succeed as a human, but that Meggy, in her human form, can actually prove to be pretty competitive. Some outstanding ring announcing from Prez Despacito here tonight. Frye Onaga is actually a pretty unique one. She is from an adjacent region in Incadia, just across the land over from Inkopolis. She actually runs a bit of a thief crew over in Incadia as they rule the Badlands along with Shiver and Big Man. Frye here is actually an idol. Now we're starting off the match here. Frye tosses Meggy down to the ring and is pretty much pummeling her. Here's our official Charles Robinson. He will be taking charge in this matchup tonight. Meggy finally gets a reversal. She goes up on the second rope. She dives over it. Oh, and it connects. Frye is down. Meggy is towering over her, just kicking her in the face here. Meggy picks Frye up. Frye counters. Gets Meggy off of her for just a moment. Grabs her over. Puts her in the corner, face first, into the turnbuckle. Frye picks Meggy up. Frye takes her to the other corner, into the turnbuckle. Goes back to the first turnbuckle there. Frye is doing a number on Meggy. I don't think she anticipated Frye's drive here. Going for the cover. Count of one on that kick out. Meggy is not looking too good starting off this match. Oh, Frye goes for the punch to the face. Meggy is down once again. She gets up to her feet. Frye is there to meet her. Frye tosses Meggy out of the ring here. Goes out herself. They are ringside here. Audience going crazy here for Frye. Onaga's doing some good damage here to Spletzer. Spletzer gets up. The officials now at a count of 3. These ladies need to be careful. If they get counted out, that match is over. Oh, here we go. It looks like we have a clash. Frye goes with the first hit. Spletzer responds. Onaga responds. Spletzer goes at it again. Spletzer is losing energy. She is losing focus here, being too reckless with her movements. Onaga is just capitalizing, showing more force here. Spletzer looks out of energy. Onaga misses her retaliation. Oh! A kick to the face by Onaga. She goes for the cover. And Spletzer kicks out. That was almost the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Spletzer almost was not able to kick out. Onaga picks her up, goes for the suplex. Oh, and now she's just showing off at this point. Spletzer is not in a good position here, ladies and gentlemen. Onaga goes and lands the suplex. Spletzer rolls out of the ring. The official looks like he's about to start counting. Onaga dives, but she misses! Spletzer is able to dodge, but Onaga grabs her. Onaga slams her on ringside. Kick to the face. The official starts counting. Count of 1 now. Onaga is not letting up. Count of 2 going now. Onaga needs to get Spletzer back in the ring. Oh, looks like she's going for the eel down. Great move there. Count of 4. Spletzer's thrown back into the ring. Onaga needs to get back in there and capitalize here. Count of 5 now. It looks like Onaga wants to finish this now. Oh, Onaga's setting her up. She's setting her up. Onaga! Onaga with the Hurricane Rana! Oh, she set her up! She bounces off the rope. 619! Spletzer is down! She goes for the dive! Spletzer is down! She goes for the cover! 1, 2, 3! Spletzer is down! Let's look back at this replay. Onaga goes for the setup. It hits the 619 as it connects. This little clash here was another interesting point. Spletzer was losing energy quick, was not being efficient, and Onaga just lands the kicks to the face. Here's the cover one more time, center of the ring, and that's the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing debut for these two women. A great matchup for these two. I look forward to seeing what they can accomplish here at Internet Wrestling. What a satisfying victory for Frye Onaga tonight. But that's not the only match we have here tonight. We have one amazing matchup coming up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the second edition of Internet Wrestling, we have an additional debut match for two greats. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing Germa985 against Pepsiman. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Let's take you right back into the ring. So now we're meeting up in the ring, and it looks like these two are trying to show some sort of respect here. Or maybe not. Pepsiman slips his handshake away. Germa is visibly irritated. Our official here is now ringing the bell. Oh, and both go at each other at once. But both of their attacks miss. Pepsiman tries to go for Germa. Germa reverses, kicks Pepsiman. Oh! What a blow to the face of Pepsiman. They are both just going right at it. No holds barred at the beginning of this match here, ladies and gentlemen. Germa is showing that athleticism. Pushes Pepsiman onto the ropes. Oh, it looks like Pepsiman gets a reversal. Germa showing that athleticism and drop kicks Pepsiman. That was some amazing footwork from the YouTube star. Germa goes up to the top rope. He goes for the Germa splash! And it connects! He drags Pepsiman over to the center and goes for the cover. Pepsiman kicks out at 1. Doesn't look like that was a very successful move here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like they're trying to go at it again. Pepsiman knees Germa right in the stomach. Seems like this crowd is not loving that. Oh, Pepsiman picks up Germa and slams it to the ground. Not a good headbutt from Pepsiman here. Germa swings. Oh! Pepsiman hits the official. Germa throws him over the top rope. Germa goes for the Germa dive, and it connects. Pepsiman is agonizing in pain here on ringside. Germa is taunting him. Oh, and he strikes Pepsiman. It looks like he landed bad on that left knee there. Pepsiman is not looking good. Germa is just targeting it. Germa is just kicking him while he's still down. Pepsiman surely did not anticipate this happening here tonight. Germa is definitely showing who's boss. The official at the count of 5. Germa steps back and goes for another. Germa dive, but misses. Pepsiman takes advantage. He throws Germa back in the ring. Pepsiman climbs up. He taunts Germa. Germa counters, throwing him back on ringside. These two are evenly matched here tonight. Pepsiman a little caught. Oh, the poison missed. Pepsiman is down. Count of 3 now by our official. Germa is going ham tonight. Pepsiman did not anticipate any of this. Germa throws Pepsiman back into the ring. He hops up. He goes to the top rope. The Germa elbow! Pepsiman receives a devastating blow. Germa goes for the cover. And that's the end of the match here. What an unexpected victory here for Germa. That drop kick, the show of athleticism, slamming Pepsiman right into the official. He took advantage of every opportunity. The poison missed. The official did not get a glimpse of it. And the cover. Pepsiman having a devastating loss here tonight on Internet Wrestling.
Germa 985.
An amazing match from Germa. Outstanding performance. We love to see his performance here. But next up is our following match, Gwimbly versus Jeffy.
Weighing in at 236 pounds, Gwimbly!
I'm sure none of you expected this, but Gwimbly has decided to join the Internet Wrestling roster. After obtaining his independence from the IGBG, he has decided that aside from being into a platform fighter, he will be joining our roster and taking on our other internet stars.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at mere 4 pounds, Jeffy!
Now here's another brand new competitor here on Internet Wrestling, Jeffy. He is from Pensacola, Florida, where he and his father Marvin, who is also a part of the Internet Wrestling roster, go on different kinds of adventures and life mishaps. There's not much to say about Jeffy. He is unable to dislodge that pencil from his nose, so the good thing is the official will be watching to see if he'll be using that as a weapon. Now here are 2 competitors ready to battle it out here. And let's see who gets their first Internet Wrestling victory. Oh, it looks like Gwimbly goes for the first strike. Slams Jeffy on the canvas face first. Gwimbly already off to an amazing start. Jeffy is caught off guard. He goes, plants Jeffy on the top rope. Gwimbly is landing some immense kicks here. Jeffy only being a mere 4 pounds. He is struggling to find his way. Gwimbly going for an early cover. Count of 1 there. Jeffy is slow to get up. Gwimbly not wasting any time here. Jeffy counters. Jeffy grabs Gwimbly. Has him on the rope. And Jeffy pays back his little neck injury there with Gwimbly. Jeffy throws Gwimbly over to the corner. Jeffy kicks Gwimbly in the stomach. That is not looking too good. It looks like he knocked the wind out of him there for a little bit. Jeffy throws Gwimbly over to the corner and knees Gwimbly. Gwimbly is down. Jeffy is getting him there. The official just standing by. Normally the official would just go and start counting, but not this time. Jeffy goes for the cover. It's a kick out at 1. Gwimbly rolls out of the ring there. Catches breath for a moment. Jeffy goes. He dives off the top rope. Taking Gwimbly down once again. Jeffy is not letting up. The official now at a count of 2. Oh, Jeffy goes for the kick. Gwimbly dodges. Gwimbly using his strength, using his stamina. Jeffy. Oh, a kick to the face for Gwimbly. Jeffy goes on top. He is punching Gwimbly in the face. We're at a count of 7 now. Jeffy needs to get back in the ring, and he does. It looks like... Oh! He's slamming Gwimbly onto the canvas. Probably has a concussion at this point. A Superman punch to Gwimbly! Jeffy goes for the cover! Gwimbly kicks out! How did he kick out? Jeffy goes for the springboard splash. Gwimbly is still on the canvas. Jeffy goes. Jeffy misses the spear. Gwimbly goes. He hits Jeffy. He does it again. Jeffy can't keep up. Gwimbly is doing reversal over reversal. Gwimbly gets Jeffy down. Gwimbly has Jeffy. He goes for the Hurricane Rana. Gwimbly gets Jeffy up. It looks like he's going to be setting him up. He has Jeffy on the ground once again. He's setting Jeffy up. He goes for the cream corn. Jeffy is down. Gwimbly goes for the cover. Gwimbly wins it. An outstanding matchup. Jeffy had us all surprised. We thought Gwimbly was out, but Gwimbly just miraculously kicks out at 2. And then we have Gwimbly setting Jeffy up for the cream corn. Face first into the canvas. He goes for the cover. Jeffy is out cold. A dramatic upset here on Internet Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Gwimbly taking his debut win. His friends at the Smiling Friends are certainly happy that Gwimbly here was able to win his first Internet Wrestling match. Now next up, let's take you to our next matchup. Another debut. Saul Goodman versus Mr. Goodman. Now it looks like they're both going for the handshake, but this time Saul is the one to pull away. Mr. Goodman is visibly irritated, just like Germa was earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And here we got the start of the match. Saul gets the opening move. Mr. Goodman is down. Saul is taking advantage and kicking him. Goes for the springboard splash and an early cover. Mr. Goodman kicks out at 1. Mr. Goodman is not knowing where he is right now, trying to recuperate after that devastating opening blow. Saul goes for the springboard kick. Mr. Goodman is down once again. Saul visibly angry over the result of last week's match against Hank Schrader. If you remember, ladies and gentlemen, Saul actually competed against Hank Schrader both in their debut Internet Wrestling matches. Saul was not prepared for a DEA smackdown that night. But here he is pummeling Mr. Goodman. Also from Pensacola, Florida. He's actually the news anchor for the local news down there. And looks like Mr. Goodman is starting to get his momentum back here. Slams Saul on the ground. He's going for a submission move. He's going for a submission move. Oh, but Saul reaches for the rope. Mr. Goodman has Saul on the ground. He is appealing to the crowd here. Saul has Mr. Goodman. He slams him on the rope. Saul going back for another cover. Another kick out at 1 for Mr. Goodman. Saul is getting Mr. Goodman up. He goes for another springboard kick to the face. Mr. Goodman is down. Saul is beating him to a pulp. Who is the better Goodman here? Saul's got him wrapped up on the center of the ring here. Oh, he is breaking Mr. Goodman's fingers here. And he sets his knees on his back. Goodman goes for another cover here. Mr. Goodman kicks out once again at 1. Looks like Saul's setting him up here for something. He's dodging briskly. He picks up Mr. Goodman, kicks him in the stomach. Another kick to the face. And another few for good measure to the face of Mr. Goodman. Once more. Is he going to go for the trifecta? I didn't think so. It looks like Mr. Goodman is struggling to get back up. Saul is not letting loose. He is once again doing damage to the fingers of Mr. Goodman. Oh, that looks like it hurts. Again plants his knees to the back of Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman is down. Saul picks Mr. Goodman back up. He sends a Superman punch to the face of Mr. Goodman. Saul goes for the dive. He misses. Mr. Goodman is back up. Saul is down. Saul is down. Mr. Goodman plants a knee to the face to Saul Goodman. Mr. Goodman is not letting up. His momentum is returning to him. Saul is not letting this be easy. He plants Mr. Goodman back on the ring. Mr. Goodman is agonizing there. Saul is picking him back up. Mr. Goodman reverses. Mr. Goodman picks him back up. He is taunting him, punching him in the face. He slams him back down. Mr. Goodman is setting him up. He's setting him up for what? For what? The RKO! The RKO out of nowhere! Mr. Goodman goes for the cover. The official scrambling. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Goodman wins! Another upset victory here tonight on Internet Wrestling, folks. We all thought Saul had him here. The plant to the chest. Mr. Goodman setting him up for an unexpected RKO. Look at that energy of Randy Orton. He channels it. And for the cover, Mr. Goodman stealing the victory. Now coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we keep the momentum going. It's time for our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our special guest referee. Hey, Schrader! A special guest referee one-on-one match. And here's our special guest referee, Hank Schrader. After a great victory last week against Saul Goodman, Schrader has decided to put on the referee's uniform in order to officiate this bizarre match, to say the least. I'm not too sure what to make of it, but you'll get to see once our first combatant makes his entrance. From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 560 pounds, EDP! Now I know what many of you are likely going to start saying about this, but believe me when I say that we've only hired him because he came to us begging for a job. So we've decided to start him off at minimum wage, and the rest is history from there. If I heard correctly, it sounds like he's in a group called the Predators? I'm not too sure. We've been taking a look around the arena, and it doesn't appear that he was accompanied by anyone else. That's right, folks. The 6'7" kid has signed a one-match contract to fight EDP in his debut match tonight. This is the only time we will ever see the 6'7" kid grace an internet wrestling ring. But here he is. He certainly looks fit for his small stature. We will see how he does in tonight's matchup. Here we go. Both competitors facing off in the ring now. EDP and the 6'7" kid. And there's our special guest referee, Hank Schrader. He will ring the bell to start this contest. And off we go. EDP picks up the 6'7" kid and is kneeing his hip and threw him to the side of the ring. And he is absolutely starting off with a pummeling of the 6'7" kid. 6'7" kid starts to counter here. EDP is pushing him off seamlessly. And if you notice on the top left corner of the screen, we have a bias meter. According to Internet Wrestling special rules here, if that bias meter gets too low here, an official will intervene and take over for Hank Schrader here. So he needs to play it cool and play by the rules here. Otherwise, an official will be taking over this match. EDP seems to have a bit of a leg up on the 6'7" kid currently. 6'7" kid is still on the canvas here, struggling to find his way around and get his momentum here. EDP is surprisingly a lot more athletic than we appeared to be at first, weighing in at 560 pounds, and he goes for the cover after knocking down 6'7" kid. 6'7" kid miraculously kicks out at 2. That is very concerning for this early in the match. He is probably not conditioned for this type of matchup here. Another cover, another kick out at 2. The 6'7" kid is holding on for dear life here, as EDP is kicking his ass, to put it simply here. I don't know what the fuck is going on or how this even came to be, but I guess, I do actually have a quote from the 6'7" kid. When we interviewed him before this match, he actually said, to no one's surprise, all he said was 6'7", so we'll just see how this goes. Hank here is counting off here as they're both out of the ring. Count of 2 now. EDP needs to get his opponent back in the ring to get the win. Otherwise, once Hank reaches 10, this match will be over. It will be decided by a draw, essentially. Our judges there on the side here on the right side of your screen, they are evaluating the performance of Hank Schrader. They will be the ones to make the call for an official to come out and intervene should that bias meter get too low. And here's 6'7" kid laying his hands all over the face of EDP, beating him to a pulp here. I'm surprised no one's broken blood at this point. Oh my god! A springboard off the rope into the face of EDP. 6'7" kid goes for the cover. EDP kicks out. And as you can see, the judges have ruled that was a perfect pin count from Hank Schrader there. Doing a great job. As you can see, his bias meter is all the way full. 6'7" kid goes for the spear and misses. EDP clotheslines the 6'7" kid. 6'7" kid doesn't know where he's at. He's fighting the air right now. EDP flings him over his head. EDP setting him up and slams the 6'7" kid. He goes for the cover. Almost a pinfall there. The 6'7" kid is able to miraculously kick out at 2.5 there. And he kicks EDP in the face. He goes for the springboard punch to the face on EDP. EDP is down. 6'7" kid is kicking the shit out of EDP now. I am surprised he is still in this fight. His momentum is off the charts at the moment. EDP is dazed at the moment and staggered. Another missed spear attempt by the 6'7" kid. EDP slams him to the ground in retaliation. 6'7" kid is on the ground. EDP is dragging him over to the center. He's probably going to go for the cover here. Oh no, but the 6'7" kid gets up before EDP can even get to the cover. 6'7" kid is laying some... Oh, and he hits the spear on EDP. He goes for the cover. Hank starts counting. 1, 2... And that is a kick out by EDP. The judges have ruled that that was a slow count from Hank Schrader, tanking his bias meter. The 6'7" kid punts the face of EDP. He deserves it. What a fucking piece of shit. 6'7" kid is appealing to the crowd here. This crowd is excited here for this main event. The 6'7" kid goes for the dive, but he misses. EDP is taking advantage and capitalizing from that brutal mistake. Hank Schrader goes for the count. The 6'7" kid kicks out at 1. EDP picks up the 6'7" kid, slams into the ground. 6'7" kid is dazed. EDP is dragging him back to the center of the ring, probably to go for the cover again. The 6'7" kid picks himself barely until EDP grabs him one more time. EDP is kicking the fuck out of his chest right now. It is crazy. And he's slamming him once again. I think it's over for the... Oh, a Superman punch from the 6'7" kid! And EDP is down! Another kick out at 2 from EDP! 6'7" kid had him there on the edge. EDP was almost about to succumb to the pinfall there. The 6'7" kid kicks the shit out of EDP's face once again, and he goes for the splash! EDP is down, he goes for the cover one more time! 1, 2, and another kick out at 2 for EDP! He rolls out of the ring to catch his breath. The 6'7" kid follows him there. He picks him up. Oh, the 6'7" kid is going for his special finisher. The 6'7" combo! Hank has started his count at 1. The 6'7" kid is appealing to the crowd after he's landed his finisher. EDP throws the 6'7" kid back in the ring. He gets back up. The 6'7" kid hits the spear! And he goes for the cover! 1, 2... 3! And that's the end of the match for EDP. What an outstanding match. The 6'7" kid going face to face here with EDP, punching him straight in the face there. And then we see his immaculate 6'7" combo, and he strikes EDP with such force to the face and the cover from the spear, ending the match there. A fantastic victory for the 6'7" kid and a devastating loss for all Predators nationwide. What a great match here tonight. The 6'7" kid setting a great precedent for all kids out there. Great job, 6'7" kid. And that's going to be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed tonight's edition of Internet Wrestling. But don't worry, because we have another stacked card for next week's edition of Internet Wrestling. Now, allow me to present you our matchups. Starting off first, from futuristic Space Marine to President of the United States, we are going to be witnessing the debut match of Jimmy Rings against former U.S. President Joe Biden. An electric match to be expected here, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we are going to be seeing the debut of Marvin and Scott Wozniak. These two internet stars will be going head-to-head in one-on-one combat. But that's not all. Our women's division is expanding. Here is Hatsune Miku against Kasumire Yoshizawa. These two will be battling it out one-on-one on next week's show. But up next, our first tag team match against Off the Hook, consisting of Marina and Pearl against Frye Onaga and Hitori Goto. This is going to be an exciting matchup. And after a devastating loss tonight, Saul Goodman went up to our GM, Frankie Gomez, to demand a rematch against Mr. Goodman. Let's see what kind of skills and debauchery we get next week. And next up, the debut of Moana. She will be going up against Meggy Spletzer. Will Meggy be able to make a comeback after tonight's devastating loss? We will see next time, for sure. Hank Schrader will be taking off the referee's uniform and will be going head-to-head against Big Justice, the son of Big Boom AJ. What should we expect for next week's matchup? And then Pepsiman and Germa 985 will be going for another rematch in their rivalry. Pepsiman caught off guard after his devastating loss tonight, and we'll see what happens in the rematch. And last but not least, our main event. For the Internet Wrestling Women's Championship, it's going to be the debut of Noko Shikanoko and Kali. It's going to be a long story here, but we look forward to seeing them here on Internet Wrestling. Well, that's it for me, folks. This is your host, Prez Despacito. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we will see you in St. Louis for Internet Wrestling 3. Have a good night.